Bonjour à tous et bienvenue à ma chaîne YouTube. Merci d'être ici et bon visionnage. Today on my workbench I have Brian's analog version Breckwell brand Pellet Stove Controller. Brian sent me this one because he was having problems with the controller driving pellets when it was in automatic mode. Certainly he could see the green light up here come on, and through the viewport he could see the little green LED come on when the auger was being told to drive by the controller, but his auger would not drive pellets into the stove. So after discussing this with him in a few emails or text exchanges, I agreed that he could send it to me. I received it today, I did some troubleshooting, and I now have it ready to be final tested before returning it to Brian. As you can see, Brian's controller is connected to my test system. That system is made up of a faceplate which holds the controller, and at the back here you can't see it, but there's an actual auger motor. The shaft from the auger motor comes out the front, and on the shaft I have an X marks the spot decal. So when the controller calls for the auger to drive, you'll hear it in the video, you'll see the X marks the spot spin, and you'll see one of the lights back here, the yellow one, come on. Speaking of the light, I have 4 light bulbs back here that simulate the different functions of your pellet stove. The first one simulates the igniter. This controller will not control the igniter, so we will not see this light come on. The second light bulb with a blue indicator on it is the combustion or firebox fan. The next light bulb is in yellow is the auger motor, and finally at the far end in red is the convection or the room fan. We'll see these two come on, we'll see the auger come on intermittently. So let's go ahead and turn power on to the controller, and when I do we'll see 2 lights come on. There we have it. We have the combustion and we have the convection or room fan. They're both on. Those are on because of the way I have my tester configured, and it shows that the controller can drive those accessories. I'm currently in low, so one of the things I can check in manual mode right now is the high fan. So as I press that, we see that the intensity of the convection or room fan went up a little bit. That would indicate that the fan is running faster or slower. Faster or slower. So that's functional. The next thing I'll check is the rotary position switch here, which B, C, D, E, and max. So the intensity increases with every one of those switch positions. But note, as I say for every one of these controllers, positions D, E, and max are hardwired together on the controller, so the intensity will not change. So if I go to D, E, and max, you see the intensity does not change. But if I drop down to C, we see a slight intensity change, which means the fan would run slower. So I'm back on low here. The final thing I can check in manual mode is the auger feed, the manual auger feed. So as I press this momentary switch, we see that the auger comes on. So we see the light bulb at the back is on, we hear the auger motor spin, and we see the X marks the spot decal spin. So that's all good. Everything is functional. But to this point, Brian already knew this was all functional, so this is not anything that we weren't expecting. So let's go into automatic mode, and when I do, a few things will happen. First, to get to automatic mode, I'll press the auger button here. That will cause a green light up here to come on, and a timer in the control board to start to determine when the first cycle of the auger motor will be and for how long. So let's press that. There we go. We see the green light has come on. Now we have to wait approximately 20 seconds before the first short burst cycle, because we're in low, short burst cycle will come on. And you may not see it in the video, but back here there's an LED in behind there, and it will come on. I've checked that and it is functional. So let's wait for that to happen. It should be very soon now. It'll be a quick little burst. Not very much. There it is. It lasted about a second and a half maybe. So we'll wait one more time. It'll take approximately 15 seconds for the next burst to come through. And then we'll go to max mode. There it is, a short little burst. So let me go to max. Now it'll take a bit of time before we get there, but notice when the auger does come on, it'll be on for a much longer period of time. And after that, the duration in between off cycles will be lower. Notice how long it's on? That's almost 4 seconds, 5 seconds. And it'll be a much shorter duration between cycles. There it is. Notice how that's long on time and shorter off time. So one last time, then I'll go to low and cycle that through once just to make sure that it's, just so we can see the difference. There it is. Nice long on time. So that will drive a lot of pellets into the fire and cause the fire to roar. So let's go back to low. The convection or room fan intensity has dropped a little bit. And the burst of pellet feed was very short burst of pellet feeds. One last time. Here we go. There it is. So that was it. So let's turn this off. Brian, I want to thank you very much for sending me your controller for repairs. I appreciate that very much. I want to thank all of you viewers for sitting through this and watching this. If you have a pellet stove controller of your own that needs service, whether it's a Breckwell, an analog version, a Quadrifire, the black boxes, or a USSC, the 12 switch controllers, I'd be more than happy to discuss those with you. Feel free to contact me. My contact information can be found in the video description just below this video. In the meantime, I hope you'll take a few seconds to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that very much. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.